Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online challenge. Feeling a lot more well rested than I did yesterday, so hoping my performance will be a little bit better. This hand is subpar, unfortunately. This hand is not any better. This hand is similarly not great. This hand will have to keep drop, drop, drop. And we'll see where we go with this. Street Wraith could be Hollow One, could be Living End. I'm gonna guess Hollowed One with a Burning Inquiry here. Honestly, those Thoughtseize would be backbreaking. Burning Inquiry, probably not much better. Okay-ish. Would have liked to have both the Mycospawn and the Talisman, to be honest. We did see Faithless Looting go in there. We'll pass. We'll play Chalice on 1, on 2. And it's our best option. Okay. Ooh, well, you did get me into Tron, so I can't complain of that. That Burning Inquiry may have helped me more than I realized. So yeah, this seems to be Rakdow Hollow One. Alright, there's a Bauble. The schematic Bauble, like the look of that. Another Bloodstained Mire. And nothing from them. Interesting. I wonder if they're banking on that Faithless Looting. Karn the Great Creator. Minus Karn. And that will be a win. Somehow. I'm not sure how we got there, going down to 4. That Burning Inquiry actually really helped us in the grand scheme of things. We'll bring in 2 Dismembers, cut 2 Mycospawns, and run it back. Yeah, I pretty much slept all day today. I was really exhausted after round 5. I played through 5 rounds of Pioneer Qualifier, 5 rounds of Modern Challenge, and yeah, just found it to be a bit too much after a long week's worth of testing as well. I put in, when I look back at my stats, I think 48 matches worth of Magic in like 6 days. So it makes a little bit of sense why I was so exhausted and doing a lot of testing for the current list. But got a lot of rest today. Should be good to finish out this challenge strong. And we'll see what all happens. Opponent, I imagine, brings in Damp Sphere. I'm actually not sure what my opponent's sideboard plan is. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's not really coming to me. For us, really, it's just those Dismembers that try and interact with their board where applicable. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we really would want, but I don't think so. All right, on the draw for game number 2. Hand's interesting. I mean, if we were to find a lab, that'd be a turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we're digging 12 deep. There's almost no way that we don't hit it. Like, the statistic probability of it happening is so slim. But let's find out. Yeah, does this member as well? So what we're hoping for here is Lab, Imprint Devourer, Cast Talisman, Hold Up Dismember. Turn 2, play Thought Knot Seer. Opponents thinking here. Did they target themselves or me? Okay, target themselves to see what was on top. That way they can determine whether or not they are going to fetch. Theater, no fetch, but dumping a Phoenix. Well, that's interesting. Well, let's stack the triggers. Bubble resolves. Trigger number 1, there's a lab. Keep the lab. And last but not least, keep the lab. Lab. Devourer. Talisman. Pass. And hold up the ability to respond as we're holding up Dismember. If we don't cast Dismember, then we'll be able to do so the turn after. This could be interesting, seeing that Street Wraith in there. They need one more mana worth. Thoughtseize. Well, that's a bit annoying. Yeah, not much I can do about that. I mean, I think just take the Thought Knot Seer. Kind of wish this Dismember was now a Kozilek's command. Okay, Wooded Foothills. Do you play a DRC? Another Thoughtseize. Well, yeah, you got it. You're not playing anything of value, but Dismember's out. Let's see what we draw into. Ask and we shall receive. Well, the good news is they don't have anything on field to bestow Detective's Phoenix on, so we can hold this command. I think I want to also make some spawns. Arena of Glory, gonna haste something? Do it. I guess you don't have to. FOMO. Interesting. Let's go ahead. Actually, we have an opportunity to respond to the ETB trigger. I can do something a little bit interesting. I could exile both, but I think I will. Actually, is there an argument for exiling the FOMO? There's an argument for it. But I think I want to get rid of the Phoenix instead. At the same time, they can't do much with just the Phoenix. Yeah, so let's actually do that. And I kind of do want to get rid of FOMO. At the same time, we have the Devour coming up, and if we draw into a land... Yeah, if we draw into a land, then it's kind of redundant. So let's... Excuse me. Street Wraith, Detective's Phoenix, and done. And done. So now there's no way for them to bestow a Phoenix on the FOMO, and they're now below 4 card types in Grave. Wow. I mean, what do you even say at that point? Thankfully, they still can't bestow it, but like, seriously, if they have a Street Wraith in hand, wild stuff. Lightning Bolt one of my spawns. Yeah, that was smart. So now I need either a lab or a temple. Yikes. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so we need lab or temple right now. 1, 2, 3. Well, they'll be able to attack with FOMO. Guess I should hold up the ability to respond in case of an Orcish Bowmasters targeting the Eldrazi spawns. Yeah, that's gonna make things difficult. Burning Inquiry. Well, that does make things interesting. Huh. I'm tempted to Warping Will here to create a Eldrazi spawn, or rather a Scion. We'll end up taking 4 down to 13. Phoenix is still an issue, though. They can bestow it next turn. I mean, it's a Hail Mary here for us to hit a lab or a temple. I think we need to play into our outs. Because he's seen 1, 2, 3 out of the 8. Bobble, target me. Draw. Karn. Well, it's not what we were looking for, but it does help us out a lot. Karn minus Karn, yes. Grabbing Tormod's Crypt. Casting Tormod's Crypt. And there's nothing they can do about it now. They have nothing that they'll fetch, so yeah, we just target you. Pass the turn. That at least gives us a bit of a reprieve. And fewer Detectives Phoenix to deal with. It's still 6 damage coming my way. 3 of it probably coming to Karn, so 3 down to 10 most likely. I guess once again I should give myself the ability to respond. Well, there's a Detectives Phoenix. Okay, so that 3 goes up to 5 down to 8, most likely. I might actually have to send 5 at Karn because I have the Scion. Oh, interesting. Just 2 at Karn, okay. Okay, all 3 at Karn. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm taking 6. No, taking 5. Excuse me. I'll let that go. Down to 8. Chalice of the Void is not it. 2, 3, 6, 8. Meaning I will have to block, which does complicate things. Let's go Chalice equals 1. Pass the turn. At this point, it doesn't matter. If they have an Orcish Bowmaster, they just win. We'll have to block the Bowmaster. Not the Bowmaster, but the Orcish army. Because that's 8 damage on the field. Down to 3, a bolt does it, but we have Chalice, DRC, Mishra's Bauble. I mean, I don't think I have an out here. I guess actually a Kozilek's command is an out. Kozilek's command X equals 2. Bauble, target me, seeing what I draw. Lab, you are an entire turn too late. Ah, brutal. Yeah, because that's 6. We're short 1 mana. Unfortunate. All right, on to game 3. Close one there. Like I said, I think there was an argument for FOMO versus Phoenix. I think that I still made the right play, but give and take, I suppose. Because we hit the FOMO, you would have taken, what, 2 less damage? Maybe would have had another turn. I guess not 2, but like 4. 4 less damage. Yeah, we would have had probably like another turn. I think it could be debated either ways. But we'll be on a play for game 3, and that's going to help us out a lot. On the play for game 3, this hand is really good for us. It's a lot of disruption, but this works out heavily in our favor. So reveal Devourer, trigger. I would say Kozilek's Command, though Chalice on 2 is really good as well. That really just leaves Hollow One and FOMO, or Hollow One and Detective's Phoenix. But I think you want to go Command for more interaction as well as ramp. Lab, Devour, Chalice of the Void, X equals 1, and pass the turn. This is going to make their life very difficult. Working Whale can be used to ramp if we need. We'll pass the turn. I think we might Warping Whale on end step and create a Scion. There's a DRC engrave, 2 card types. Alright, on end step, let's cast Warping Whale and ramp. Okay, Orcish Bowmaster. Imagine target the Scion. Well, we'll get rid of that. I could get rid of the Bowmaster, but I'm not entirely hard-pressed to do so. Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger. Okay. The Orcish Bowmaster does make it a bit annoying if we wanted to draw and scry, I suppose. FOMO. Let's see what you exile or discard for any inquiry. Bloodstainmire. Crack the Mire. Crypt. What? I guess trying to get card types into the graveyard? That'd be my only thought. Well, let's Kozilek's Command, X equals 2, get rid of FOMO. There's a mine. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 short of the Devourer. We'll hold up the Dismember still. Getting the Devourer on field would be very good for us, for obvious reasons. Imagine they want to get rid of these spawns so I can't continue to ramp. The fact that they got rid of the Scion is unfortunate, because we would have had enough for Devourer at this point. Opponent has something. Another FOMO. Pitching what? Hollow One. Plain. Detective's Phoenix targeting FOMO. How many card types do you have? Just 3, so no Delirium. Yes, this is fine. We go to combat. I'm going to dismember that. It reduces the same amount. End step, and let's bring Devourer to hand. Chalice of the Void, not what we wanted, but we will X equals 2. Pass the turn, we'll take 3 down to 12. We really need to get this Devourer out. We'll also need to hold up the ability to respond, just because of an off chance that they are able to get rid of the Eldrazi spawn tokens. I mean, all you should be able to cast now is Phoenix and Hollow One. There's Nethergoyf. If you think you can escape, you can't, because it does just care about the amount on the top right corner. Oh, another Detective's Phoenix? Yeah. Going to put that on the Bowmasters. So that's going to be 5 down to 10. I really need to find a land. Gotta be joking me. Game. Like, the percentage odds of me finding a land are so high, but we're finding everything but. Not to mention, after a Chalice on 2, finding the Talisman is just heartbreaking. Yeah, we pass. Can't do much about that. We're going to be down to 5, and even if we... Well, we need to exile the Detective's Phoenix underneath the Bowmaster, is what we'll need to do. But then we only have so much time thereafter, so really... If I can find a Urza's power plant, that would be the best draw here. Oh, brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Yeah, well, that's 3, 4, 5, 6. We are 1 short, and that is lethal on board. Unfortunate is what that is. But with that being said, we'll be back in just a little bit for round number 2. Alright, we are back for round number 2 on the draw. This hand, once again, pretty good. As long as we find a land, because it allows us to do a turn 2 Mycospawn into a turn 3 Kozilek's command. So we'll keep this, reveal the Devourer. And I guess pray that they don't turn 1 Thoughtseize me. That would be the, oh no, black card. Oh, what? Oh no. What is this? I have concerns. Is this Boggles? I mean, I could whale it. Another thing I could do. I could also Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1 might be better. This has to be Boggles, right? So I think Chalice on 1? Let's go Whale. Play Ugin's Lab. Imprint the Devourer. If this is Boggles, we have to be mindful of that. We'll hold up the Whale. Let's see what they try and attach to it. Unless there's this... Oh, you know what this could be? This could be freaking ninjas. Yeah, I guess this could be ninjas. Yeah, that would make sense. No. No ninja for you. Yeah, so I think that's what it was. Ooh, well that's excellent. Yeah, let's get rid of Infiltrator. And go ahead and exile you. And then play a Talisman of Unity and pass. Okay, this seems fine. And then we can grab a... whatchamacallit? Eldrazi Temple and hold up All Is Dust. Okay. We got Eldrazi Temple. I can't block it still. Only downside. I mean, whatever they ninjutsu in, we can All Is Dust out of the game. We also have World Breaker. So yeah, Dimir Ninjas? Dimir Ninjas? Question mark? Snapcaster. That doesn't feel very ninja-ish. Okay, you'll attack, you'll ninjutsu something. Wait, what? No ninjutsu? Is confused. Okay. Well, let's get rid of a land. Counterspell? Subtlety. Yeah, that's fine. I can put this on top. Go to combat, I can't block anyways, so might as well offer the trade if they want to take it. Otherwise, next turn I think we just All Is Dust. I mean, hell, we could even just play the World Breaker and it would be fine, because then we can block the Subtlety. Let them overextend. That's 4. Do you have ninjutsu? Okay, there's ninjutsu. Is it Infiltrator? Oh, something else? Satoru? Not Satoru, Kaido. Yeah. Okay. And then you'll be able to draw as hexproof. Put 2 stun counters on it. Yeah, I mean, I think I just dust here, honestly. Get rid of the Planeswalker and the Subtlety. You put stun counters on the Soin Mycospawn, that's fine. I mean, you can't do that. I mean, you could do it again on the World Breaker, but you would end up losing out. So I guess let's just let them overextend. And if they really want to give up the Kaido to put stun counters on Breaker, that's fine. I'll be down to 9, so I'm still in a good spot, all things considered. 3/4 of hexproof, that's about it. I guess you could plus it? Surveil first? I don't know. This deck confuses me a bit. Not entirely certain what it's trying to do. I mean, I guess I know what it's trying to do. It's trying to have uncounterable attacks and then ninjutsu things out. Ooh, interesting. Why not play that one? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, let's go Devourer. Cast Devourer. I guess I'm trying to get them to overextend into this dust if I can help it. We'll get rid of Kaito. We're not going to tap. We want to hold up blockers for the subtlety. Then we have lethal on board after the all is dust. Pushing the Mycospawn. Well, now we're short one from lethal. Unfortunate. Like I said, no attacks. What you got, opponent? I know that they have more blockers. Well, I guess the changeling can't block, for what it's worth. What are we playing? Okay, a delve card. Wild. Interesting. That's a bold strat, given that 2 attacks from Devour is lethal. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 7, 10. Yes, I can bring back Breaker. Let's attack first. No blocks. Second main phase, let's go breaking. Get rid of the lab. Yeah, killing the breaker is kind of a futile effort. I don't think you have anything else. I guess you could Subtlety here. Spell Pierce was what was in hand. I guess we might as well put it on the top for what it's worth. We're gonna Dust next turn. We know that the last thing in hand is that Changeling. Because they have one last card. Really? Maybe they have another Murderous Cut? Is that instant speed? It is instant speed. Changeling. Thopter. Well, Thopter will survive the dust. Oh wait. They didn't think that through. Hold up. Wait a minute. Roll a breaker. Exile Thopter. Your Changeling can't block. Yep. All right. Imagine they bring in consigns. Maybe bring in a leveler, 2 dismembers. Cut 2 Mycospawn, 1 dust. Seems like Chalice on 0, Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2 is going to be good. I imagine they might run Opals based on Satoru. So Ornithopter, Opals, not sure what else, Baubles, stuff like that. So Chalice on 0 will be good. On the draw for game number 2. There's Chalice. We need a lab, but I mean, this hand's not bad. It's a bit slower than I'd like, but it's not bad. Reveal the Devourer. You can go Talisman into Soin Mycospawn, and then have Tron. I guess there's the question of if we do find Lab on the top, do we just go Chalice, or do Chalice on 0? Maybe Chalice on 0 is better. So let's go Lab. Let's play Lab. Imprint Devourer. Cast Talisman. Response. And Chalice on 0. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure Baublethopter Opal is going to be in this deck. Depending on what they have untapped, I might play the Caverner Souls just to guarantee the body on board. Sacking the Misty Rainforest, Sewers, and top or bottom. Keeps it on the top. Satoru. Yeah, the card needs to enter, so the Chalice is good here. Karn. Well, let's stick with the Mycospawn. Let's grab a Urza's Tower. I mean, they would need a Subtlety here, and I'd be more than fine putting Mycospawn on top, honestly. Okay, yeah. I guess the Toro does trigger. If you draw a card, we'll put it on top. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because we're going to search. We'll still grab a tower. Pass. And I guess next turn we'll just play the Devourer. Yeah, get rid of Satoru. Satoru's an interesting card. I've seen some interesting lists with it. Attacks. Do you ninjutsu it? No. Let's play the Power Plant. Return the Devourer to hand. Cast Devourer. Counterspell's fine. Pass a turn to opponent. Polluted Delta Crack. For an tapped or untapped land? For untapped. Okay. Kaito. Got your emblem. World Breaker again. Well, you'd be able to stun it and then move on. we could bridge it if we really wanted to. Yeah, it would require them to stun the breaker. Otherwise, we could go Forge, but then Karn's dead. I mean, it's not the end of the world if that happens. Yeah, I think we go Karn. Actually, I guess we could go World Breaker as well. Force negation. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Well, let's go with World Breaker. And get rid of a land. So you have to put stun counters on Breaker to attack. And that just comes down to what I top deck. We're both in top deck mode. Yep, stun counters. What did you exile, by the way? Another force, okay. So Toru. I mean, all his dust would be nice here. Karn. Karn will work too. Kind of have tempted to just go bridge, honestly. I don't foresee how they deal with bridge. Eldrazi. And then pass. I mean, you can stun counter, whatever, all day long. You can surveil all day long. But it doesn't really matter in the face of bridge. I mean, funny enough, your emblem's kind of working against you, too. And I guess a sink into stupor would be the main solution here. You can't play Ornithopter either. Yeah, I don't foresee a good way out. I think at this point we just cast Walking Ballista. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's go Walking Ballista. X equals 6. Does Walking Ballista resolve? Alright. Well, now we kind of sit here and wait then. And I guess you can tap Walking Ballista for what it's worth. Not that I think that will really help you. A Psychic Frog. Yep, that's fine. The Froge cannot attack, and I can pretty much play anything in my deck, so I'm not exactly all too concerned about that. Surveil 2. Keep on surveilling, friend. Yep, those aren't doing anything. Well, I guess we could Chalice on 1 for what it's worth. Or I could just cast it on 0. Yep, into my own Chalice trigger. And then let's put a counter on Ballista. Put a counter on Ballista. Put a counter on Ballista. And let's hold up the ability to respond. We're at 9 out of 18. Is it? I think the only solution here is probably a sink in the stupor. That's the only thing I can foresee being an issue. Okay, well, let's play the Mystic Forge. A counterspell. That is fine. We'll take up Karn. And we'll add a counter on Ballista. More counters on Ballista. Alright, 11 out of 18. Yep. Kaito will continue to surveil. Draw. Sowing Mycospawn. Let's go ahead and kick Sowing Mycospawn. Get rid of Watery Grave. Have a tower. Oh, do you have a Fatal Push? Minus Karn. Grab Trinisphere. Play your push or forever hold your peace. Force. Yeah. Alright. Oh. Another counter on Ballista. And pass. I guess I should change phases first. Would have probably made more sense. Taking up on the... Or actually not even taking up, but 0 on the Kaito. Alright, we're at 12 now. Alright, try and play that Mystic Forge again. Eldrazi Temple, you say? That is fine. Another counter on a Ballista. More counters on the Ballista. We are 3 away. Well, I might want to play around a Cling to Dust, but they don't have any black, so it doesn't matter. Oh, well, now they do. So now they could have a Cling to Dust. Oh, you shocked. Do you just want it to end faster? Interesting. Might still be a Cling to Dust. I'm curious about it, honestly. I mean, even if it is, they gain, what, 3 life? Okay. List up to 16. Let's push Ballista up to 17. And then remove a counter, target you, hold up priority so I can save targets. I guess I should also... I can't change it now. And we're just going this one at a time, opponent. That way, if you have any tricks, we can be aware of it. Down to 2. Down to 1. I mean, even if you have the Cling, I can just add another counter to Ballista, remove said counter. Alright, there we go. Not bad at all. With that being said, we'll be back in just a bit for round number 3. Alright, we are back for round number 3 on the draw. Hand's interesting. I will keep it. Go Temple Temple Command. Though we could go Temple Temple Unity. Since Faithless Looting. Is this Rakdow's Hollow One? No, that seems like Jun Creativity. Jun Creativity doesn't... Does it play Bobble? I don't think it plays Bobble. Honestly, plays Looting. We'll pass. We might just need to hold up the Kozilek's command. Renin 6. Yeah. Renin 6 is a card. I mean, there's an... No, like, I have half a mind to Kozilek's command out that faithless looting, but we're not going to. Pass the turn. I mean, a Kozilek's command X equals 2 here would be good if we are able to get into a land that allows us to kick the Myco spawn. Yep, grabbing the foothills. A Boseiju would be devastating, but I imagine they would have used it and picked it up with Renin 6, if so. I guess they could Faithless Looting here again. That is what they do. Two Archons in the grave. Huh. Let's go to end step. Let's exile both of those from graveyard. I mean, there's 2 persist in there, but having those both in there doesn't do me any favors. Land is good. Let's go ahead and kick the Myco spawn. You only have 1 green, 1 black. I think I'm most worried about green right now. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Boseiju. Let's go ahead and grab an Ugin's Labyrinth. Imprint the dust. And Chalice of the Void X equals 1. Okay. They're going to be able to rebuild if we're running 6, but they can't kill me this turn. Let's go ahead and attack Renin 6. Let's go ahead. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could All's Dust, but I don't think that is correct to do right now. Instead, let's Karn. I am concerned for a Indomitable Creativity. We can go one of two routes here. Liquid metal coating will suffice. Yes, I think we liquid metal coating to stop the creativity. That would work. On upkeep, target the commercial district. So now you're short 1, and Karn can strip mine your lands or sinkhole your lands going forward. We can pressure the Renin 6 out, pretty much ensure that you can't cast creativity. Maybe we should have targeted the black source. Looks like we got there. So this looks like Jund creativity. Bring in Dismember, Brain, and I think that's it. Cut the Myco spawns. I mean, they're going to bring in Therastodons. That much is clear. So if we do get to Stonebrain, we need to name Indomitable Creativity. I mean, unless we have 2 back-to-back Stonebrains, in which case then we go, I guess, Terrastodon and then Archon. But we're on the draw for game number 2, and we have a Warping Whale. Well, that makes this interesting. I will keep this. We have Warping Whale and a Kozilek's command. This seems actually pretty good for us. Dwarven Mine to start off. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Faithless Looting. Do you discard an Archon or Terrastodon? Because if so, that tells me you might have a persistent hand. You do not. Okay. Let's play the Power Plant and pass. Now we're holding up the Warping Whale. Okay. Beseiju who endures. Well, ain't you annoying? Yes, that will resolve. We'll grab our forest. We could X equals 1 here and cast Karn next turn, but then I'm worried about a lot actually, so I don't think we can. Well, we'd have 5. No, we wouldn't have enough. So we'll take our beats. Another Faithless Looting. Persist, Meltdown. Okay. Eldrazi Temple. Let's go Temple. Enables all the things that a lab would right now. And then pass the turn. We have to play really passively here, I fear. Bloodstained Mire. Stomping Ground. Ren. Let Ren resolve. Target beside you? Yes, indeed. We ain't gonna stand for that, friend. So let's set this up. Get rid of Beseiju. Get rid of Faithless Looting. Done. This now allows me to cast Devourer if I want to get rid of Renin 6. I'm not too hard pressed to do that. You can still hold up the Warping Whale now. Stonebrain. Well, we have the ability to hold up for Creativity, but I really do need to get rid of this Renin 6, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem is if they do have the Creativity, we just, lose, right? So let's play the tower. Let's play the Stonebrain. Let's be smart about this, and because they can sack, yeah, so we need to, I think, sack the spawns. That way we can hold up the whale. Indomitable Creativity. Okay, Creativity out. They do have one Terastodon, and they do have the Archons. Creativity is out. We can still hold up the whale for Faithless Looting. Dwarven Mine, yes. Play the mine. Faithless Looting. In response, I will counter that. What is this? -7, right? Yes. In Ugin's lab. Well, this would be 6. Next turn is 7. We get rid of Ren. So I think we Cavernous Souls here. Name Eldrazi. Play Karn the Great Creator. Minus Karn the Great Creator. You could grab Stonebrain, start chipping away at their threats. Renin 6 will be exiled next turn. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. Thinking about the leveler. What other cards we know in their hand? Meltdown and Bloodstained Mire. Which, they already played the Bloodstained Mire, so they just have that Meltdown that we know of. So I think Stain on Field really doesn't do too much. So I guess we can just grab Stonebrain back. Or we could go with Tormod's Crypt to be safe. It would force them to play the Meltdown. Yeah, because they still have Persist. Yeah, we'll go with the Torment Script to play it safe. Force them to play the Meltdown, if they do have it. Attack Karn for 1. Deals 1 damage to Karn. There's the land. Kozilek's Command. No imprint. And let's go ahead. I mean, they don't have a way to actually counter, but I'll just play it safe. Goodbye, Ren. Tick up Karn and pass the turn. Okay. Oh, they might have enough here. Okay, they thankfully don't have it. Stone Brain. Well, let's go ahead and Stone Brain. Targeting opponent. Let's take out Archon of Cruelty. Terastodon is next on that list. After Terastodon, they really don't have much in the way of threats. So I think what we do then, I guess we can hold up Karn and just pass the turn. We should attack here, honestly. Yeah, we can attack here and we hold up the Kozilek's Command. Down to 9. Bloodstained Mire for, I imagine, a Surveil land. Dwarven Mine, okay. That is okay. Combat. Bowfat Karn. Well, let's go ahead and exile one of you. And create a blocker. Go to blocks. Block the dwarf. Karn is alive. Brother's Hood end. Yeah. No, they actually then destroy artifacts. So yeah, Karn dies. Unfortunate. I mean, Terastodon's still in their deck. Terastodon could be an issue, but it's not as much of an issue as it otherwise would be. Not to mention, they're one turn away from losing. Is there any reason for us to cast the Forge here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I guess it would force them to Do something about it. When they do something about it, then they're not winning. Chalice doesn't do anything right now. So I guess we can just Chalice on 0 to cycle it. The Talisman isn't doing anything right now. It'll probably get hit by the Meltdown. There's the tower. I mean, I guess they could just X equals 4. I think they have one more Dwarven's Mine. But I am glad to actually have gotten through all that top deck. Well, looks like we got there. Not bad at all. Yeah, I think maybe instead of taking up on Karn, taking down would have been the right move. Grab Stone Brain and hold it, because once you get rid of the Terastodon, then there's nothing they can do. But with that being said, we'll be back in just a bit for round number 4. Alright, and we are back for round number... what is this? Round number 4. Oh, and computer's doing things. That's what I get for tabbing around. But yes, we're on the play for round number 4. This hand is not great. Mulligan. This hand could be okay. I mean, if we find... what? Thought-Knot Seer, Sowing Mycospawn. This hand is actually not bad. Ish. I mean, it's a turn 4 Devourer at the very least. Devourer lets us dig for deeper, so I think we keep it. I'm just not horribly impressed with it. Reveal Devourer, trigger on the stack. Oh, well that is definitely a Ruby Storm deck then. So we're gonna hope we survive to turn 2 to Thought-Knot Seer to disrupt their game plan. There's a possibility they just win here. Your Medallion, okay, so we can go for Disruption. Thought-Knot Seer. Well, I mean, that Reckless Impulse is what we need to take. And now we pray they don't draw anything of value. Arid Mesa, crack for a Parlor. Parlor Surveils. Does a land. Alright, so that's 2, 4, 6. So next turn we can play the Devourer. Ooh, thank God our opponent is bricking here. I guess they could... what could they do here? Past in Flames? Yeah. Glimpse? And set up. What are you doing, cat? Stop. Oh, Jesus. Have they found a way? Medallion. Past in Flames. So Wish finds what? Underworld Breach. That was unexpected. Yeah. They might be able to get it here if they play this right. They only need to get to, what, 18? I imagine they might have to glimpse here. I guess Ruby Medallion 14. Desperate Ritual 15. Oh, could they just Grape Shot? And then... not Glimpse, Desperate Ritual? No, I don't think they can. They're definitely trying to find a way to win this turn. It's going to be hard to navigate, I think. There's the Glimpse. They still... No, they can't Ritual now. So I think we survive. I think we might be able to get there. Because they can Desperate Ritual, and that'll get them 3. No, they can't. They don't have enough to escape, because it's escape 3 plus mana value. Yes. So they can't do that. Oh my word. Okay. Well, I think... Are they going to target 4 of it at Thought Knot? Yeah. That makes sense. Gives them an opportunity. I think all of these go away because those are Glimpse. Okay. So they'll get 6 spawns. That Grape Shot is concerning. I still have the Medallion and Mountain. Let's play the Temple. A Karn here would be good. And realistically speaking, a Chalice would be good. What do they got? Ruby Medallion? Okay, gonna draw with the Sunbait Canyon. There's Medallion. They at least have 3 turns worth of blockers. Got attacks. Okay, well, let's go with another Devourer. They'll have to start blocking next turn. We'll hold the lands, no reason for us not to. Okay, if we can find a Karn, we win. There's Round Artist Talent. Stop playing with wires, sir. Yeah, you. Stop playing with wires. Oh, Jesus. Stop. Once you draw, hopefully a land. There's Ral. Artist Talent ticked up. Sowing Mycospawn. Well, let's go to combat. Opponent's thinking about something. Gonna block with Ral. Interesting. Well, let's kick in a Sowing Mycospawn then. Guess get rid of the Gemstone Caverns. It doesn't technically matter. Let's get rid of a land. We'll grab a mine and pass. Manamorphose. Pitches the Ruby Medallion, draws a card. Manamorphose. Pitches a Strike It Rich, draws a card. Manamorphose. Oh, come on, no. Where's that one frickin' damage do me in? Wish? They're one off? Oh, it didn't matter. They had it. Rough. Yep, grape shot. I was about to say, imagine I had the Warping Whale. That would have been funny if that would have worked. Oh yeah, that will get there. Unfortunate. So Boros, Ruby Storm. Yeah, Artist Talent is one hell of a card. Well, let's bring in the Stone Brain, bring in Dismember, bring in the Leveler. Okay. Man, like a single card or whatchamacallit, Chalice would have done it. Stone Brain. I mean, it's game 2. I'm so doubtful that they have... I'm doubtful that they didn't bring in Grape Shot. So this doesn't seem like a good hand. It's really not a good hand. Oh god. Down to 4. We have to keep this. We could try and ramp out Karn. I'm gonna need a land though. Thought Knot's here. So at the very least we get a Thought Knot out. Do they have the turn to win? That is the question of the day. Ral. Would have really liked the Kozilek's command you, but I don't think I can. Cannot keep a Karn. Chalice. Land? Karn. Thought Not Seer it is. Desperate Ritual, Ren's Resolve, Ren's Resolve. Desperate Ritual. There's the Ren's Resolve. They found a Desperate Ritual. Ren's Resolve. Hi. Yes, you'll be let out soon, don't worry. Oh boy. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the fact that we didn't get a land for the Chalice on 2 is what will do us in. Now you can wish. Ritual. Yeah, I think they's got it. Past in Flames. Just keep on losing the flip. Lose every single flip, and I got this. Yep, keep on losing. Statistics would suggest that you might win eventually, but in fact it's lying. You're not. Oh, well, you did. Unfortunate. All lands. That's what I need to see. All lands exiled here for Owl. Oh, another Owl. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot of not lands. Unfortunate. Oh, and you flip the other Owl too. Yep, that makes sense to me. Rip. Yeah, 14, 15. Yeah, they're just getting to 19. There's the Wish. And there is the Grape Shot. Unfortunate. But it is what it is. Oh, we were so close in game one. And then, yeah, I just really need to see a land for Chalice. That would have done it. And I guess one could argue that I could have kept Command, Temple, Land. I would have been able to exile the Ral. I would have been able to get the mana necessary for Chalice. But that would have been a completely different path. I mean, I guess, yeah, getting up the Karn would have been the benefit there. I guess Liquid Metal Coating or Trinisphere. Yeah, probably Trinisphere. If we're able to get the Karn out. That would have been the idea. But we also would have been too slow. I guess we would have had to grab Tormod's Crypt here. I'm not sure what's happening. I think my opponent like walked away after casting Grape Shot. I mean, they have the Storm count, so it's fine for me to just concede. No reason for me to belabor the point. But with that being said, we'll be back in just a bit for round number 5. All right, and we are back for round number 5 on the play this time. I mean, a temple or a lab would be good here, so let's keep this. Let's see what we find with Devourer. Finding not much. Cavernous Souls will help us in the long run, so I'll grab the Cavernous Souls. We'll play the Temple and pass, and then hold priority. Or at least the ability to respond. Stomping Grounds. Could be Jund Indomitable Creativity once again. We'll find out. On this discard, I imagine. Yeah, the Fable kind of tells me that's what it's looking like. Well, we'll go ahead and play the tower. Pass the turn. Ooh, maybe not Naya something. Well, okay, so it could be 5C Indomitable Creativity. Yep, Sculling turn back to hand. Another command. Well, let's name Eldrazi. Let's go ahead and play a Thought-Knot Seer. See what you're playing, friend. Lightning Bolt, Fable, Fable. Let's get rid of the looting. I guess maybe we should have gone the Bolt, because now they can minus the red. But honestly, I think that would be fine, because we're going to sweep an Allah's Dust, I think. Because if they go for the Fable, yeah, I think that would be right. Bolt, minus. Yeah, that's fine. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Oh, did you find something else? A Thoughtseize. Guess you could take the dust. Then we'll have the Devour. Okay, taking the Devour, not the dust. Temple's huge. Imagine play the Scalding Tarn. The thing is they know about our dust. Arid Mesa. We know they have the Scalding Tarn still, so ripping that from the graveyard really doesn't do much. There's the Fable. On end step. So this is what x equals 4. We'll still have enough for a Dwarven Mine. Karn naming Indomitable Creativity would be good here. So let's bottom the Talisman. Bottom the Mine. And then Thought Not Karn. I do want to get rid of the field though. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would give me the ability to still cast a Kozilek command x equals 1. Oh, but they're gonna have that Scalding Tarn in hand. So I think in that case 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a Thought Knot out first. See what's up here. There's the creativity that I was worried about. We could go Karn. But then what? I guess we could hold up an Engineered Explosives. That would work. At the same time, we have 2 Kozilek's command. I think we might just hold the Kozilek's command because we can exile only 2 things, though. Because we'll have 3 at a minimum. But they can only, I guess, when they attack the Goblin Shaman, yeah, they'll only be able to do 3. So, okay, this is fine. We can hold up the commands. Pitch, I imagine, the 2 lands. Draw 2 cards. They'll only have enough for x equals 2. They know about the All is Dust. They also know about the commands. Yep, that's fine. We take out the Archons next turn. They won't have anything to actually get creativity off with. Well, let's basically just cycle. We get the C4 deep. Bottom Karn. Power plant. 2, 4, 5, 6. top the whale just in case. Minus the Devourer. Or bottom the Devourer. Another Karn. Well, let's go ahead and all is dust. Start hitting face. And you can hold up the whale. Faithless Looting is fine. This looks like 4C Indomitable Creativity. Don't see the blue just yet. Dwarven Mine is fine. Not enough mana for Indomitable Creativity, however. Another Dwarven Mine, sure. Fable of Mirror Breaker, yeah. In that a case, let's go 3, 4, minus Karn. Let's grab Engineered Explosives. Play Engineered Explosives on 0. Cast Engineered or activate Engineered Explosives. Go to combat. Down to 2. We have Command and Whale in hand. I think this is it. Bolt is fine. Karn down. Persist. Let's go exile from graveyard. This way, if they have something else, we can still hold up. Anything that I want exiled? I guess EE. And this will leave me with 2 mana up as well for the whale. Leyline Binding. Yeah, that will resolve. Thought Knot triggers. No targets. Breaker. Let's take a look at what you have in hand and still hold up Warping Whale. Well, let's get rid of creativity. And pass the turn. All that's left is the persist and no targets. Cycle. Lethal's on board. And we got there. So yeah, looking like 4C creativity. Alright. Well, Stone Brain in, Dismember in. I don't know, my throat is still so out of it. And cut the Myco spawns. We kind of need to win this and the next 2 rounds in order to make top 16 for prizing, or even top 32 for that matter. But we're on the draw for game number 2. This is a mulligan. This is interesting. Like, we have nothing. But if we draw into something, it's fantastic. Huh. I'll keep it. We at least have Dismember for interaction. I mean, you're on the draw, so... I mean, there's a lot we can draw into that makes this hand amazing. Kozilek's Command, Thought-Knot Seer, Karn, Mystic Forge, Stonebrain. So we have a lot of good hits here. Even Chalice on one. Opponents think, and that Moto's having a moment, which I think might be actually the case. Still have an internet connection, so it's not me. It's also just possible that it is my opponent genuinely thinking of what to do on their turn 1. They did keep, right? Yeah, they chose 7, so no mulligan decisions. Not sure what's up. I can manipulate my cards, right? Yeah, okay. Maybe opponent had to step away for a moment. 'Tis a possibility. But yeah, I did the math, and more or less, in order to have a chance for prizing, we need to win this round and then the next 2 for a 5-2 record. If we end up losing at any point over the next 3 rounds, we'll probably call it a night and get some rest. But ideally, you won't have to, because right now I'm feeling like we're in a good spot. Opponent's still in the tank. I think as we wait, I might pause the recording, just as it has been a hot minute, so I'll be back as we continue game number 2. Alright, and as soon as it paused, they're back. At the very least, we moved to the main phase. So, we've moved in the right direction, at least. Arid Mesa. Alright, draw. Temple. Well, let's tuck the dust. We'll hold up the Dismember. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. Blood Crypt. Renin 6. Yeah, Renin 6 is a card. Well, that is a Karn the Great Creator. Minus Karn. Huh. I want to stop this Renin 6 from running away. Like, I could grab Disruptor Flute, name Renin 6, and then start Liquid Metal Coating. We'll have 3 next turn. They won't be able to Dwarven Mine right away. We also have Dismember. We could also just grab Forge. I think we do grab Liquid Metal Coating. Or Disruptor Flute. Let's grab... I guess there's a world, though, where we might want... We wouldn't have... I guess we might want Tormod script. Let's grab Tormod script. There's a world where that might actually be relevant for persist. Yep, that's fine. More worried about a faithless looting into persist. Bolt Karn, unfortunate. Well, we have a warping wheel now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still short 1 on the dust. There's their Mesa. We need to be mindful of Ren and 6. Leyline Binding on Crypt. Well, makes sense to me just to use it now then. I guess there was another choice of Warping Whale, create a Scion Allah's Dust, but I think we need to hold the Warping Whale just in case for an Indomitable Creativity. This also tells me they likely do have... No? I was expecting to see something else. Okay. Thoughtseize. Well... Ren and 6 already activated, right? I mean, we can counter it and hold up the Dismember. I kind of want to get rid of this Ren and 6 before it can ult, though. So we'll create a Eldrazi Scion. We'll take the Dismember. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's return the Allah's Dust. Another Dismember. Well, let's get rid of the Ren before it becomes an issue. Yeah, maybe I should have just let the binding resolve. Hold the Tormod script underneath of it. Another Ren. Unfortunate. Arid Mesa. Crack. Could be setting up for Dwarven Mine. Yep. Mirror Breaker, now they have 2 targets. Mild problem. Well, let's go ahead and cast Chalice of the Void, X equals 1. Do they have the creativity? They have enough for X equals 2. Now X equals 3. Creativity would be a problem. Another Dwarven Mine. Yeah, if they have a creativity, I want to say they got it. Ren and 6. Yeah, it's looking like it. Yeah, you got it. I cannot do much about that. Alright, let's run it back. Let's keep it. See what the Devourer finds. A temple or a lab would be good. There's the lab. Hugin's lab. Devourer, pass. So now we can either go Karn or Thought-Knot. I think we go Thought-Knot on 2 and start applying pressure to board. If they were, I guess they can't see that we're going to draw the lab, so they could just see that we took a bad hand, but they have to question why. So like, without the knowledge, they shouldn't take the All is Dust, but they have to question why this hand looks so wonky. It's saturated with 4 drops. Yeah, they didn't see it, which is like reasonable. I wouldn't have expected them to. Honestly, we could just go Karn, but I'm kind of worried about a Bolt. Let's clear the way for Karn. Take the Thoughtseize. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything before then. That's Wooded Foothills. Play this for Eldrazi. Play Talisman. Play Karn. Minus Karn. If they have something for Karn, a Liquimetal Coating is going to feel really bad. Could grab Torpor Orb. Let's just go for the Liquimetal Coating. Try and close out the game that way. If they have the Bolt, they have the Bolt. Wooded Foothills. Gardens. Okay. Arid Mesa. Mountain Fable. Draw. 2, 4, 6. If I get rid of that, they'll have 3 and they won't have 4. So let's go ahead and play the Liquimetal Coating. Liquimetal target the black source, actually. Just in case. And then Thought-Knot Seer will attack. We need to try and end the game. I guess they have the Bloodstained Mire in hand. There's Bloodstained Mire and Archon. Do they have Persist? Karn down to 2. Even if they had a Bolt, it wouldn't matter. I think they forgot something important. You can't tap the treasure token because of Karn. Yep. Mirror Breaker. I have a blocker, but it's a little bit too late. Yep, yeah, they realized it too. All right, well, with that being said, we'll be back in just a little bit for round number 6. All right, and we're back for round number 6. This hand's keepable. We can work with this. World Breaker into Talisman, into Temple, into Karn. It's currently what it's looking like. I actually might tuck the Dust instead. Could be Ruby Storm. Could just be Izzet. Could be Izzet Splinter Twin. Could be Izzet Murktide. A few different options. Okay. FOMO. So probably Splinter Twin. Well, sowing Mycospawn makes that interesting. 2, 4, 5, 5, 7. I kind of want to get rid of FOMO now. But we might actually want to wait till their upkeep. They don't have double blue to protect it. So yeah, let's do that. And done. Perfect. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 6. Wouldn't have enough for both. Let's trim down the number of lands they have access to at the very least. We could play Mystic Forge here or Karn. They won't have access to double blue. So we could just play Karn. Let's go Temple. That way we can guarantee the World Breaker next turn as well. Snapcaster's fine. Okay. Why are you grabbing? Okay. Yeah, let's play Karn. Flare of Denial's fine. Yeah, the Mystic Forge. Not to mention we're going to get rid of another land next turn. Preordain. Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting sick again, or if it's allergies or what. Maybe also never just got over whatever I had. An Eland. Another FOMO. Well, I'd like to get rid of a land. Yep, get rid of FOMO. Well, yeah, let's get rid of FOMO. So yeah, I'm going to say Izzet Splinter Twin is what this is. Opponent's thinking about something. Question is what? There's a Snapcaster. I guess get Unholy Heat? Preordain. Okay. Yeah, I would have expected Unholy Heat to get rid of the Devourer. Well, let's go to combat. Do you block, friend? You do not. Well, let's go ahead. Play World Breaker. Get rid of another land. And move to game 2. Imagine just Dismember Leveler. Yeah, I can't foresee this being... I mean, I guess it could be Murktide. Could also be Murktide with Splinter Twin or Splinter Twin with Murktide. I'd imagine they're going to be bringing in some number of Consign. Maybe Obsidian Charmel. We're on the draw for game number 2. We got the mulligan this hand. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. This hand's interesting. I'll keep it. Pitch the tower. Done. Okay. Devourer. Well, let's ramp into it. Nothing yet. Well, let's see if they have a counter. Mystic Forge? I don't really want the tower. Snapcaster, fine. Pause on end step. Let's exile the tower. I do like that temple. And another temple after, too. Interesting. The question is, do I want that temple there? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we're be getting close to Ulamog. Blood Moon. Not the end of the world. Yeah, I'll activate Forge. Chalice on 1 is fine. Don't really care for Lab, however. Thought-Knot Seer. Yes, let's play Thought-Knot. What in the fresh hell is going on here? Well, I guess let's get rid of Flame. And then Chalice will force their hand. Expressive Iteration. Scalding Tarn. Tis a Mountain. It's like, wait one second, we definitely exiled the mine, right? Drew into another mine. Well, another Thought-Knot Seer. And we got there. Alright, well, with that being said, we'll be back in just a bit for round number 7. Alright, and we are back for the final round of this Magic the Gathering Online Challenge against Venom. A name that we have seen often. This hand is hot garbage, however. Mulligan that. Mulligan this. Down to 5. It's not great, but it is Tron. Do we do it like that? I mean, it's so freaking slow. We have no follow-up thereafter. I mean, yeah, we'll keep it. Draw, main, pass. Maybe we'll get lucky and draw into a Talisman. Watergrave untapped. That's not a Talisman. That's more lands. Well, plenty of mana. We just need friggin' action thereafter. Thought Scour. Oh, this might... So this is at least Murktide. I wonder if it's the Reanimator version. Okay. Yeah, we're going for a turn 4 Myco spawn. My god. The problem is, too, they're going to have counter magic up, which is going to mean that trying to play anything with our mana is going to be rough. Ooh, they're missing a land drop, though. Well, let's see if they have the counter spell and if they're going to use it on the Myco spawn. If they do, I want to be upset by it. I just also need to stop drawing lands, for the love of God. Okay, they let it resolve. Shoot the sheriff? Unearth. Well, you didn't want to hold the unearth. Interesting. I guess still looking for a land. Okay, Murktide. Yeah. 6/6 Murktide. Devour. Karn. Do you have a force? No force means leveler. Damn. We tried. Yep, we'll take 6 in air. We really need a Devour here, something with a cash trigger. Whale. Not great. I can't exactly block here, so I might as well hit you back for 2, or for 3 rather. Try and keep the life totals even. Or at least close. Thought Scour is fine. They're gonna go for another Murktide. Nope, finding a Delta. Alright, let's see. Ulamog, Devourer. Chalice. Chalice on 2? You know what? We don't really need talismans right now, so... but Warping Whale. Is there a point where we would cast Warping Whale? Let's... Because if we do it on 2, I imagine they will cast a counter spell. Yeah. I was about to say, it's unlikely that they won't. Okay. Undercity sewers. A swamp. So that's going to be Fatal Push. Yup. Okay, we're not out yet. We're not in a great spot either. Thoughtseize. No. I mean, there's nothing else, so I might as well just Thoughtseize, or counter this and see if they might go for another Thoughtseize. Crack it. Oh, is this an Oculus? Dimir Murktide. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that'll do it. Forgot the fact that that exile will trigger Murktide. Alright, well, let's bring in the Dismembers and the Cityscape. Yeah, I knew that hand was going to be a bit rough. I mean, if Karn had resolved, that would have been amazing. But figured that they probably would have had the Forest for backup. We needed Ulamog, we needed Devourer, just something if a cast trigger that they won't be able to counter. Unfortunate. All the mana in the world can't do much if you got nothing to play. Or rather, cast. Right, on the play for game number 2. Yeah, we'll keep this. As a turn to Mystic Forge. That can be pretty powerful. I think I might have tucked the All is Dust instead of the Leveler. Alright. Main, Lab, Ulamog, pass. Bloodstain Mire. You gonna Thoughtseize me, friend? I'd prefer you not. Yeah, I guess take the Mystic Forge. Probably would be the right pick here. Or I guess you could go Kozilek's Command if you have the Force in hand. So I don't think you have the Force then. Lab, Tuck Dust. Tempted to Kozilek's Command X equals 2 here. 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's do on their upkeep. See if they have a consign. Excuse me. Honestly, neither one of these are bad. So I guess top and top. Not Scour. Oof. If they have... They need a land again. They're playing dangerously. Well, let's go Chalice X equals 1. That resolves. Wild. So that is 8 for the Leveler now. Going to discard. And going to game 3. Alright, comes down to this. Yeah, I like the end of a 5-2 record. I don't think we're going to make top 16 to actually get any relevant prizing, but top 32 would be decent. Excuse me. Like I said, not sure if I'm getting sick again or what. I mean, yeah, we keep this. Reveal Devourer. Pass the turn. Hold up to Dismember. Ideally, we're looking for a Temple or a Lab. There's the Temple. Play Temple, hold up Dismember. Show me the frog. Here's a Thoughtseize. Yeah, Thoughtseize resolves. I was hoping to see a frog. A frog. Taking Dismember. Huh. Well, that's Tron. Well, let's go ahead and play Thought-Knot, see if we eat a Consigned Memory. That's a Consigned Memory. Pass the turn, and let's start a build in Tron. There's a Froge. Mine. Pass. We'll play Power Plant into Forge, and then Tower into Devourer. Once again, we have all the mana in the world. We just need to have something to spend it on. Well, let's clear the way for Thought-Knots here. You actually might want to cast the Forge first. Try and bait out a counter spell, though the fact that, I don't know, that's a good question. Play the Forge or the Devourer first, which is more important for us to land? Oh, you gotta be joking me. Let's attempt to resolve Karn the Great Creator. Karn resolves, minus Karn, yes. Grabbing a Walking Ballista. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. All at Karn. Yup. Does Walking Ballista resolve? That is the question. Pitching Cling. And I think we're going to see a Oculus. Is it 6 or 5? I want to say it's 6. Yeah, there's an Oculus. Which means Ballista does resolve for what it's worth. But now they have a lot of pressure on board. Yikes. That's concerning for so many reasons. Because they could flip the Oculus for 3 next turn. So what's underneath that manifest creature? That is concerning. I know it's not concerning. Good old Dismember. Here's the Force. Shoot. Well, that's mildly unfortunate. Walking Ballista. X equals 2. That's going to be 6 plus 5. Okay, we're not dead yet. Go to blocks. Block you. Before damage, kill the Harbinger. Also, I just realized they didn't float the frog. I should have blocked the frog for what it's worth. Jesus. So our saving grace now is a All is Dust. Yeah? Yeah. No, it's not. No, it is. Or you'd still be alive. That's not a dust. Ugh. That's not gonna help me. Yeah, you got it. Is there an argument to... I do wonder, like, yes, we've lost. Was there an argument to not trying to dismember on my turn and trying to do it on their turn, just playing the walking ballista? I mean, if were successful and they didn't have the force, we would then be able to devour immediately and Mystic Forge, right? Yeah. No. We would have been able to play a Forge, and that's it. Yeah. Hard to say. Yeah, maybe it was right to just play Ballista X2, hold the Dismember, shoot down the Harbinger, have them flip the other Harbinger, and then dismember the Harbinger. We would... I guess I would have blocked the Psychic Frog. And then taken 5, 7... down to 7 instead of 4. And then if both Harbingers off, that would have left the Frog and the Oculus. Dismember would have been able... Oh, not Dismember. Devour could have gotten rid of the Frog. Ugh, I would like to see what my other card is. But not happening. Oh well. Yeah, it's possible we could have put ourselves in a better position if I wasn't as aggressive. I think I probably shouldn't have been. Oh no, I guess we still would have been able to... Yeah, we would have 2, 6, 7... Or 2, 6, 8, 11. So yeah, we would have been able to go Frog or Forge, Devour. So I think I may have played that correctly. Ugh. Because if they didn't have the Force, then we would have been in a really good position. Damn. Alright, well, it is what it is. Sometimes I win some, sometimes I lose some, and in that case, we did end up losing. But, with that being said, as always, if you guys did enjoy the video, it would be much appreciated if you do hit that like button. Comment down below if you saw anything I could have done differently, if you have any suggestions for the list, etc. Be more than happy to receive that feedback, as much as I hope that you guys learn from me, both through my successes and my failures. I aim to learn from you all as well. You can also message me directly over on my community Discord, which you can find down in the description. Otherwise, we are tracking in the right direction to be able to monetize the channel after about another 300 days. Long ways out, I know. But the one metric that I will be missing, at least if things continue as they are, is the subscriber number. So I believe only 10% of you watching are subscribed. So if you did enjoy today's video and have gotten to this point, it really would be appreciated if you do hit that subscribe button. It does help me out a ton and gets us that much closer to our next goal of 500 subscribers. With that being said, folks, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!